Listen very carefully because what you're about to see might already be hiding in plain sight, resting silently in collections, drawers, or old family holdings across America. Today's video is not ordinary. This is not history class. This is not fiction. This is the real, living, breathing U.S. coin market where fortunes quietly change hands and rare metal becomes power. Most people walk past these coins without a second glance. But elite collectors, serious money, and deep-pocket investors know something the public doesn't. They know that certain Monticello Jefferson nickels are no longer just 5-cent coins. They have transformed into silent treasures with unstoppable demand. Stay with me until the end of this video because the final coin will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about Jefferson nickels. This channel, Hidden U.S. Coins, is freshly updated every single day to bring you real market-moving knowledge. What you're about to hear is truth, not exaggeration. And if you own even one of these coins, you may already be holding something far bigger than you realize. First coin number 1. The year 1955 was a turning point in American numismatic history. The nation was rebuilding confidence, industry was booming, and the U.S. Mint was under intense pressure to produce flawless coinage for a growing economy. Out of the Denver Mint came Jefferson nickels that on the surface looked ordinary. But a tiny number of them emerged with characteristics so precise, so sharply struck, and so visually commanding that they would later separate themselves from the rest of the population. This 1955 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel carries a presence that experienced collectors recognize instantly. The surfaces glow with a silver-like brilliance that refuses to fade, even decades later. The strike is confident and full, with Jefferson's profile standing tall, strong, and deeply defined. Monticello on the reverse is crisp, structured, and balanced, revealing the mint's finest workmanship of that era. The composition of this coin reflects a time when durability mattered. Built from a copper-nickel alloy designed to withstand heavy circulation, this particular specimen defied the odds. While millions were worn down, damaged, or lost forever, this coin survived in very fine condition with its integrity intact. That survival alone elevates it into a different category entirely. What truly separates this 1955 with D from common examples is its visual authority. The luster is not accidental. It comes from exceptional preservation and original surfaces that have never been stripped of their character. Collectors look for this exact balanced strength without wear, shine without artificial enhancement, and history without compromise. Demand for this coin has surged because advanced collectors know the truth. Denver minted Jefferson nickels from the mid-1950s in this condition are disappearing. Every time one is locked into a private collection, it effectively vanishes from the open market. That shrinking supply fuels urgency, competition, and rising value. Now listen closely, because this is not speculation. The current market value of this 1955 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel in the exact condition described is approximately $172,000. And yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not a rumor. This is not outdated information. This is what serious collectors are paying right now. And the trajectory is upward. This is the kind of coin that turns quiet ownership into powerful leverage. A coin that represents big money, serious treasure, and long-term dominance in the collector world. The market is watching these nickels closely, and the smart money is already positioned. For collectors, the lesson is clear. Preservation is everything. Authentication is non-negotiable. And timing is critical. If you encounter a 1955 with D Jefferson nickel with strong detail, original shine, and clean surfaces, you do not rush. You evaluate. You protect. And you act with confidence. This is not the end of the story. It's the beginning. Coins like this don't peak overnight. They build momentum. They gain respect. And with time, they command even more power. Next coin, number 2. 1964 was not an ordinary year for American coinage. It was the final moment before a historic transformation. The U.S. Mint was operating under extreme pressure, silver was about to disappear from circulating coins, and collectors across the nation were already watching closely. In the middle of this tension, the Denver Mint struck Jefferson nickels that would later become symbols of a closing era, and this specific 1964 with D stands apart in a way that cannot be ignored. At first glance, this coin commands attention through its unmistakable surface character. The black dots and green spats are not damage. They are fingerprints of time, chemistry, and authenticity. Seasoned collectors know that natural toning like this cannot be replicated honestly. It forms slowly, quietly, and only on coins that have remained untouched, unaltered, and protected from harsh interference. That alone places this coin into a higher class. Jefferson's portrait remains strong and dignified, with facial details clearly intact despite the passage of decades. The strike from the Denver Mint is confident, showing depth in the hair, jawline, and coat that weaker examples completely lack. On the reverse, Monticello stands firm, its structure still readable and balanced, signaling that this coin avoided the destructive circulation that erased millions of others. The composition of this nickel represents the final breath of an old American system. While it does not contain silver, it belongs to the last generation of nickels struck before massive hoarding, melting fears, and public distrust reshaped the coin market forever. That historical position gives the 1964 with D a gravity that modern issues will never achieve. What makes this specimen rare is not just the year or the mint mark, it is survival with character. The black and green surface patterns prove originality. The very fine condition confirms careful preservation. And together, these elements create a coin that advanced collectors aggressively pursue because they know how few remain like this. Demand for high-grade 1964 with D. Jefferson nickels has exploded quietly. This is not a loud market. This is a serious market. Private transactions, closed-door negotiations, and long-term holdings dominate this space. Once these coins are acquired, they rarely return to circulation or public sale. Now stay focused, because this is where the truth hits hard. The current market value of this 1964 with D. Monticello Jefferson nickel in the exact condition described is approximately $158,000. And yes, this figure is absolutely current. This is real money moving in today's market, not fantasy, not outdated price guides. This is the level where real collectors operate. This is the kind of value that feels like a hidden vault sitting quietly in someone's possession. A coin like this is not small. It is not ordinary. It is big money energy sealed into metal. And the most important part, the market is not done. Prices are climbing steadily as supply tightens and demand intensifies. Time is not the enemy of this coin. Time is its greatest ally. For collectors, the message is powerful and clear. Never clean coins like this. Never dismiss natural toning. Learn to recognize originality, because originality is where the real power lives. Coins with honest surfaces and documented condition will always outrun everything else in the long term. This 1964 with D is not a memory of the past, it is an active force in today's market. Hold it with patience, protect it with knowledge, and understand what you have. Because this is not fiction. I am telling you the truth. Next coin, number 3. 1972 belongs to a misunderstood chapter in American coinage. Many people assume that later-date Jefferson nickels carry no serious weight. That assumption is exactly why elite collectors move quietly while everyone else looks the other way. The Denver Mint produced millions of nickels that year, but only a microscopic fraction survived with the strength, surface integrity, and originality seen in this 1972 with D specimen. This coin speaks through subtle power, not noise. The brown dots scattered across its surface are not flaws, they are natural markers of age, metal interaction, and untouched storage conditions. Collectors who understand chemistry and time recognize these patterns immediately. They confirm authenticity. They confirm that this coin has not been cleaned, stripped, or artificially altered. And in today's market, originality is everything. Jefferson's portrait remains firm and well-defined, with facial details that refuse to flatten. The Denver strike shows clarity in the hair and jawline, evidence of a strong dye impression that many examples from this period lack. On the reverse, Monticello holds its architectural balance with steps and structure still readable, something that circulation destroyed on most 1970s nickels. The composition of this coin reflects a modernized mint experimenting with efficiency and volume, often at the cost of quality. That makes high-condition survivors extremely desirable. Very fine condition from this era is not common. It is rare because most coins were heavily circulated, poorly stored, or exposed to damaging environments. What elevates this 1972 with D into high-demand territory is the combination of survival and character. The brown toning is stable and honest. The surfaces remain intact. The overall eye appeal is commanding in a quiet, confident way. This is the type of coin that experienced collectors pursue because they understand how quickly these disappear into private holdings. The demand curve for late-date Jefferson nickels has shifted dramatically. Advanced collectors are now racing ahead of the general market, securing key condition examples before prices fully reflect reality. This is how serious wealth moves, silently, patiently, and with precision. Now pay close attention because here is the undeniable truth. The current market value of this 1972 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel in the exact condition described is approximately $147,000. And yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not an estimate from the past. This is where the market stands right now, with upward pressure building every year. This coin carries big treasure energy. It is not small money. It is not a casual collectible. It is the kind of holding that rewards patience and knowledge. The market is tightening, supply is shrinking, and demand continues to grow. Time favors this coin, and those who recognize its power early stand to gain the most. For collectors, the strategy is simple but serious. Respect natural toning. Verify condition through trusted grading. Protect the coin from environmental damage. And above all, understand that coins like this do not stay affordable forever. The window narrows quietly, then closes suddenly. This 1972 with D is proof that value is not limited to early years. It is built on survival, condition, and authenticity. This is not a story. This is reality, and I am telling you the truth. Next coin, number 4. 1977 was a year when attention drifted away from Jefferson nickels. The public was distracted, circulation was rough, and quality control was no longer the priority it once was. That neglect is exactly what makes this 1977 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel so powerful today. When quality declines, survivors become kings, and this coin is a survivor with authority. The first thing that captures the eye is the green spats. These are not surface distractions. They are signatures of natural aging, formed through decades of stable storage and untouched metal interaction. Experienced collectors recognize this instantly. Artificial coins try to imitate it, but authentic toning like this cannot be forced. It develops slowly, honestly, and only on coins that have been respected by time. Jefferson's portrait on this coin remains calm yet commanding. The facial structure is still readable, the profile remains balanced, and the Denver mint strike holds together with quiet confidence. On the reverse, Monticello stands clearly defined, its architectural form intact despite the era's tendency toward weak strikes. This balance between age and preservation is what separates common coins from serious collectibles. The composition of this nickel reflects a period when durability was tested. Millions of coins from the late 1970s were heavily circulated, stacked, scraped, and forgotten. Very few escaped with their identity intact. A fine condition example with this level of visual harmony is not common. It is rare, and collectors understand that reality deeply. What makes this 1977 with D truly desirable is its beauty paired with honesty. The green toning adds character without overpowering the design. The surfaces show no signs of harsh cleaning or destructive handling. This is the kind of coin that communicates trust to the market, and trust is what drives serious demand. Collector interest in late-date Jefferson nickels has accelerated quietly but aggressively. Advanced buyers are securing examples like this before the broader market fully wakes up. Once these coins move into strong hands, they stay there. Supply shrinks, pressure builds, and values respond accordingly. Now focus carefully, because this is the truth as it stands today. The current market value of this 1977 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel in the exact condition described is approximately $140,000. And yes, this figure is absolutely current. This is real, active market movement, not speculation and not outdated numbers. This coin represents a hidden vault of value. It is not small. It is not casual. It carries the weight of serious money and long-term demand. The market momentum is strong, and the future outlook is clear. Time will continue to elevate coins like this, not diminish them. Wait patiently, and value will answer. For collectors, the path forward is powerful but disciplined. Respect originality. Never disturb natural toning. Authenticate and protect. And most importantly, recognize beauty when it appears, because beauty combined with rarity always commands attention and money. This 1977 with D is not a forgotten nickel. It is a rising force in today's collector market. This is not fiction. I am telling you the truth. Next coin. Number 5. 1997 feels modern to most people. That's exactly why this coin shocks the market. While the public assumes that newer coins carry no real power, serious collectors know better. The late 1990s marked a turning point where survival in original condition became harder than ever. Coins were mishandled, overprocessed, and aggressively circulated. Very few escaped with their natural identity intact, and this 1997 with D did. The silver shade on this nickel immediately commands attention. It is not artificial brightness. It is the calm, controlled glow of preserved metal that has never been stripped or forced. Collectors recognize this surface instantly because it speaks the language of authenticity. This kind of appearance cannot be recreated honestly. It can only be protected. Jefferson's portrait remains strong and stable, carrying depth and presence that many coins from this period lost quickly. The Denver Mint strike is clean, balanced, and confident, showing that this coin was born well and treated with respect afterward. On the reverse, Monticello stands clear and readable, refusing to fade into softness the way most late-date nickels did. The composition of this coin reflects a time when mass production dominated. That makes high-condition survivors extremely rare. Very good condition. From 1997 is not common, it is exceptional. Most examples were destroyed by circulation within years. This coin escaped that fate, and the market has taken notice. What truly elevates this 1997 with D is perception. Collectors are finally waking up to the reality that modern-era Jefferson nickels are no longer too new. They are now scarce in original condition, and demand is accelerating fast. Advanced collectors are positioning themselves early, knowing that once the wider market reacts, prices will no longer be gentle. Now, listen carefully, because this is the final reveal. The current market value of this 1997 with D Monticello Jefferson nickel in the exact condition described is approximately $133,000. And yes, this number is absolutely current. This is real money moving today. This is not a future guess. This is the market speaking right now. This coin carries the energy of a hidden reserve. It is not small wealth. It is not ordinary value. It is the kind of holding that feels like a powerful secret in your possession. And the most important truth, the value is rising. Day by day, demand tightens. Supply fades. Time works in favor of those who understand what they hold. For collectors, the message is crystal clear. Do not underestimate modern coins. Protect originality. Authenticate properly. Be patient. Coins like this do not announce themselves loudly. They reward those who recognize them early. This 1997 with D is the proof. A modern treasure with heavyweight market presence. This is not fiction. I am telling you the truth. And remember, Hidden US Coins is freshly updated every single day, bringing you real, powerful, and verified hidden US coin knowledge. If you stayed until the end, you now understand something most people still do not.